We are looking at late round wide receivers. Are they trash or are they treasure right now on Fantasy Football Today Express? And welcome everybody to the show. I am Adam Aizer with Dan Schneier, a very appropriately titled podcast because I am trash. And anyway,
you said that the wrong way. That's awesome.
I did say that the wrong way. Oh my God. Oh, I messed it up. Oh, I can't.
Called himself trash. And to the surprising 28,000 of you who watched our live stream of our match last year, still stunned by that number. Adam was, in fact, trash while getting absolutely annihilated 6-2, 6-0
I can't believe I muffed that.
Yeah,
what a joke. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna look at our ADP, our early ADP here, which I like. I think it's good ADP. Well, obviously it'll change, but I think it's a lot better than what I'm seeing at other websites. So starting with pick 100 or later, okay? Trash or treasure at this point in the draft. Stefon Diggs.
Treasure. Diggs already participating to some extent in early spring activities, and I just like the fit in that Earnhardt Perkins system with the Patriots.
Okay, Matthew Golden.
Treasure, because that's a player whose upside far exceeds his draft cost, and your opportunity cost passing on the players you would take over him is not high.
Okay, so you like Diggs, you like Golden at this point. Brandon Aiyuk.
Another treasure for me. Again, what am I getting here? I'm getting upside to destroy his ADP, and I'm not losing out on much here.
And you're very possibly getting someone that you can just stash in an IR spot.
Right.
4 games of the year.
And if he's healthy, he's in your starting lineup every week at a minimum at a flex.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. When he's healthy, he performs fantasy-wise.
Right, but what does healthy mean? I mean, do this every year. What does healthy mean for a guy coming off a torn ACL? It doesn't mean they're back to where they were. It means they're playing, but not back. Darnell Mooney.
No, trash for me. And that's a terribly strong word to use. I don't really love it. I'll take that up with Thomas.
Just called me trash like 2 minutes.
Well, I don't mind calling you trash. I don't like calling these NFL players trash. But that said, I do like some of the flashes of Mooney and the target share when Penix was in. The idea of it. I just am more down on the Atlanta passing game than most, and I think Penix will struggle a lot this year.
Jayden Reed.
He's not someone I want to start in fantasy. Like I don't see the path toward consistency. So I'll go with the trash category.
So you like Golden better than Reed?
Yeah, more upside.
Okay. One of the complicating factors is that Christian Watson is apparently ahead of schedule, and he's not treasure by any means, but
he's on schedule to play.
He's ahead of schedule. I seriously doubt he's ready for week 1, but he could throw a wrench in things at some point. Okay, we've got a little bit of a gap. So look, those wide receivers are among the first picks in ADP after pick 100. So not surprising that we had some treasures there. We're going to get a little bit deeper into the field after we talk Diggs, Golden, Aiyuk, Mooney, Reed, just 5 guys there. Okay, take a break here on FFT Express and go a little bit further into ADP. I think we might have some trash here. All right, we'll be right back on Fantasy Football Today Express. All right, here we go. We're back. Luther Burden, 114th overall.
I think they drafted him with a role in mind. I'm going to go treasure with where you're taking him.
Oh, this is trash.
No.
What? You talk about consistency. You're not getting any consistency.
No. But you don't need consistency once you get to this point of the draft. You're just looking for a boom player, and I think he's got upside to boom.
So why not Jayden Reed then?
Because Reed is not as explosive as Luther Burden. I don't know if he'll have the same kind of role. At least with Burden, it's open-ended as far as what the role will be.
I can't imagine it's going to be a great role. I mean,
I think it could be.
You've got more Odunze and Loveland there.
Yeah.
I just can't see. I can't see it.
That's fair.
Especially for a team that's never thrown for 4,000 yards. Never had a quarterback throw for 4,000 yards
this year.
I hope so. Michael Pittman.
Trash. Daniel Jones is quarterback.
Pittman's had a good enough track record where I can justify 115th.
Daniel Jones is where wide receivers go to die.
115th overall, though. I mean, we're talking about our 5th wide receiver.
Daniel Jones is where wide receivers go to die.
Not Josh Downs for you.
Yeah, or unless you're like Wan'Dale or Josh Downs.
By the way, it's not like Anthony Richardson is out for the year. We don't know anything yet.
Right,
so. Right. But I would prefer Daniel Jones for Pittman.
I guess. I don't know if I even agree with that.
Here's one of my favorites, Christian Kirk.
Yeah, we like that. That's treasure for us. Good value, upside for a lot of receptions, better in PPR.
Josh Downs.
That's a treasure for me. Again, I think Daniel Jones, one thing he can do is check down. Look at Wan'Dale Robinson's target share. It's insane. And so he'll take that easy solution a lot, and Downs will be that easy solution.
Keon Coleman, 122nd.
That's a big treasure for me. I'm one of the big team Coleman guys this year. Like the talent coming out. Thought he showed flashes, not consistent enough. Year 2, he plays faster, understands the system, and he takes off.
What did you like about the talent? This is the issue I have with Keon Coleman is he's slow. He's just slow.
He's not a fast player by NFL standards, but he ran the gauntlet drill at the combine in the fastest time. And I think that shows his ability to change directions and kind of run those in-breaking routes that he wasn't really used on as a rookie. I think now that he'll know the system better and understand where to be, that's a key factor in it. He'll play faster and he'll be an asset for the Bills.
Yeah, I like him better than Christian Kirk, and I like Kirk a lot.
I like his upside more, so I would take him over Kirk.
Jack Besh.
Besh was really fun watch when you actually threw on the TCU tape. Like he didn't get the ball a lot because that passing game was down, but he was an animal. So it's kind of like maybe like one of these like Cooper Kupp type prospects or Puka Nacua type prospects. Not exactly the system I want for that type of player. So I'm going to say trash from a fantasy standpoint.
Trey Harris, 129th overall.
My God. When I watched all the dart tape that I watched, Trey Harris stood out so much. I think he's this year's Terry McLaurin, one of those players who's not going to flash 40-yard dash time, jump out the building, any of these athletic traits, but just understands how to uncover and then separate after the catch. So I'm going to go treasure there.
We're in round 11 here. It's not bad. I mean, I would love it if you could get Trey Harris closer to 50 or something. Obvious. I mean, that's an obvious statement, but I guess what I'm saying is I'm a little surprised he's 129th overall. I thought he'd be maybe a round or two later. And then we don't really have any wide receivers for a while. We go down to, for some reason, Calvin Austin III. That's trash at 140th.
It's crazy.
Rashid Shaheed, 145th.
No, trash.
Kyle Williams.
There's a possible treasure, but the role might be nothing in year 1, so I'll go trash.
Rashad Bateman.
Probable trash.
Yeah, good player. Not enough targets to even know when to start him.
Right.
Cedric Tillman.
Trash quarterback situation. He needed Jameis.
Adam Thielen. We're late here.
Possible treasure. We're getting to possible treasure. Adam Thielen just continues to route people up whenever he gets the opportunity to. I would not be surprised if he's again treasure.
All right. Do you like any of these late round picks? Savion Williams for Green Bay?
Possibly.
I just can't see him carving out.
The role is tough to see, so probably not.
Jayden Higgins.
Jayden Higgins actually possible, I guess, but that's pretty crowded as well there with Houston.
And how about Roman Wilson?
That you see the light at the end of the tunnel. Like, well, he had high draft pedigree, just was injured his first year, and there really isn't anyone to take targets away from besides DK Metcalf, who's not even a huge target guy himself. And Rodgers is there. So you know what? I'll treasure that one up.
Okay. All right, Schneier. Thank you very much. Good luck on the tennis courts tonight. I know if
they play, it might get rained out, which is disappointing because I am trying to play a little bit more so I come into the match against you and look better. And I will say this, we're gonna have to think and think about this a lot and look into production. The way we set up that camera, it made us look worse than we actually were that day. I thought we had some good rallies, thought we played pretty well, honestly, honest to God, for someone who hasn't played all year, me, and then you who's kind of learning the game. So like we need to figure out a way. I think that's a fair thing to say. We need to figure out a way to, is it not? We need to figure out a way. Well, how else would I say it?
I had just recently picked it up again.
Okay, there you go. So like learning or immersing with yourself.
So you know what? There's a lot to learn that you don't even realize. So positioning on the court, those types of things. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, you'll hopefully take that to this year. And you, honest to God, you think you're going to win more than 2 games in 2 sets?
If we played today, yes. The way you are.
No, it's going to get worse.
I think it's 6-2, 6-3 this year.
So you think you're going to win 3 more games? Okay. I'm going to do everything in my power to go 0-0, and I think I'm going to do it. Really.
Okay. All right, Dan. Get the hell out of here. You're trash.
See you later,
See you later. We'll talk to you tomorrow on FFT Express.